So let's just take this. I'm gonna take you on a journey, a time traveling journey, right? I mean, the key
Yeah.
word that you said was family. We want to know. I want to know, like, what were you like as a kid growing up? And it sounds like maybe you grew up in Israel. So I wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit. What kind of household did you grow up into? What was the influential factor to kind of help you become who you are today?
Well, I didn't come from an entrepreneurial background. My dad did sales for, European or American telecommunication companies. So he would travel a lot. Um, my mom did some logistics for different companies in Israel. But really, Ziv and I, since middle school, were just extremely curious about things. We love to figure things out. We love to read, watch documentaries, experiment. And I think that these are some of the things that kind of stayed with us. So when we moved to America, I mean, the US is the land of opportunity, right? And especially Los Angeles is a very materialistic place, right? So when you're in Los Angeles and you're a starving student and you see all this wealth around you, it really makes you hungry,
Mm.
right? And so that really put Ziv and I into gear, and we were just shooting our shot, and we're just shooting all these arrows and hoping that one of them would stick. And it only takes once, right?
Mm.
Here we are.
Hmm.
I hope that that's not disappointing that I didn't have like an amazing childhood story, but this is really what happened.
No, I mean it's phenomenal because I always say that there may be a version of you in someone's house right now that's 6 years old. So just giving a little bit of insight to what you were like growing up or the environment you grew in, that parent that may be listening, maybe have an opportunity to put their kid in that right environment to help them to grow up to follow in your footsteps.
You know what? That's I mean that's amazing to think about it that way. So I would say that in school, one of the big challenges, I mean, I mentioned that Ziv and I are self-taught, and we both had the same problem in school. We're bright students, but we didn't have the patience to sit through
Mm.
class, right? I mean, I was in AP chemistry and AP biology, and I would just trying to I wouldn't even attend class most of the time, to be completely honest with you. We would just cut school, but I would study for the test because it was interesting to me, and I would ace the test. And so the complaint from teachers to my parents was constantly like, other people in the class spit blood to get the scores that Ben is getting in class. Imagine what would happen if he actually attends class. But I didn't have the stomach for it. And another thing I would say is that it might sound silly, but um, one of the things that I mentioned, we're curious and we're trying to figure out how things work. And there was this video game back then that I was playing. And I have to tell you, I was playing this game probably every 5 years. I would play this game. I think the last time I played it was maybe even 3 or 4 years ago at a long flight that I had. This game is called Pizza Tycoon, and it's a business simulator.
Mhm.
And I played a lot of different tycoons and business simulators, but this one just, for some reason, at a very early age, to look at P&Ls for your pizza shop,
Mm.
right? And know how to, hire people, treat your employees, run advertisement, fight your competition, ride different trends. It was such a robust game. And not only that, it taught me a lot of English, right? Because I was, born and raised in Israel. It was just I think it was a part of who I am as a business person today in a small part.